The challenge. Dance for your boyfriend while he's on Zoom. Bokuaka. Words enclosed in squiggly things have been written somewhere by Bokuto. Carrots is in their private messages. Bokuto crept into the room where Akashi was working from with a huge smile on his face. Tiptoeing so that he was standing behind his boyfriend's computer monitor, he pointed at the words written in dark marker on his forehead. Go on mute. Akashi furrowed his eyebrows slightly as he clicked the microphone button and took out one of his earbuds. Do you need something, Bokuto-san? Bokuto shook his head, grinning as he pulled out his phone. Just watch as you listen to your meeting, okay, Kashi? Okay, Bokuto-san. Bokuto's smile grew. After pressing something on his screen, he set the phone down on his desk and waited for a moment until a song began to play. Akashi's eyes widened slightly as the first notes of Perfect by Ed Sheeran floated out of the phone's speakers. Bokuto-san? What is this? Bokuto rolled up his shorts to point at the words scrawled on his thigh as he began to sway to the music. This is a reminder. A reminder? Of what? Rolling up his left sleeve, he showed Akashi what was written on the underside of his arm. That I love you and think you're perfect and don't even care. Bokuto quickly rolled up his other sleeve and held up the underside of his right arm next to the left. Oh, of anybody prettier or smarter or nicer or better than you. He grinned and twirled around in a circle, his head bobbing to the music's rhythm. Akashi's expression remained neutral, but a faint pink had begun to dust his cheekbones. Thank you, Bokuto-san. Bokuto's smile grew, his hips swaying to the music as he pulled up the bottom of his shirt a little. I love your eyes. He pulled his shirt up further to reveal more words. I love your lips. Akashi's cheeks turned pinker as his gaze flickered between his computer and Bokuto's stomach. And your name? Bokuto lifted up the rest of his shirt to show the words he had scrawled in a huge font across his chest. I love your name, Akashi. When Bokuto let his shirt fall back down again, Akashi was biting on his lip. Bokuto decided to clarify his meaning in a loud whisper. It's Akashi. I love Akashi. Akashi bit back a smile as he looked at his Zoom. I know, Bokuto-san. Bokuto grinned, stepping side to side in rhythm with the music and holding his hands up in a heart above his head. Slowly, he began turning around to show the words written on the back of his shirt. I basically just think you're the best person ever Kashi. Akashi couldn't help but smile a little as Bokuto swung back around, his grin wide, his hands still posed in a heart. Akashi typed something into his computer, and Bokuto's phone pinged. I love you too, Bokuto-san. Bokuto grinned, grabbing his phone to quickly text back. Did you like it, Kashi? Did I make you happy? It was very sweet, Bokuto-san, but did you use permanent marker to write all that? Oh yeah, I think, but I don't know. Why? Did I mess it up? It's okay. Just wait a few minutes for this meeting to finish so that I can help you wash it off your forehead and that shirt. Okay Kashi, I'll wait. I love you so much. Thank you, Bokuto-san. I love you too. Iwaoi. Scrolling through his phone, Iwaizumi walked into the room Oikawa was working from and hovered behind his computer monitor, where he couldn't be seen on camera. You muted? Yeah, why? Just cause. Casually setting his phone down on the table, Iwaizumi rested his hands on the back of his head, waiting. Oh, do I need to go off camera for this, or? No, definitely stay on. Okay sir. The rest of his words were lost, however, when the opening notes of Britney Spears' Soups I Did It Again suddenly echoed through the room, each beat in time with Iwaizumi jutting out his hips. Oikawa's eyes grew wide. Iwa? Cocking an eyebrow, Iwaizumi continued to keep shaking his hips in time with the music's rhythm, his hands still raised above his head. What? You. Oikawa's mouth floundered for a long moment, and the music shifted as Iwaizumi started strutting across the room to the steady beat. Oikawa, are you still connected? Yeah. Toru, are you? Oikawa tried to tear his eyes away from Iwaizumi's transition into shimmying and look back down at his screen, but he could only manage a vague nod at the computer before his eyes darted back upwards again. Alright then, let's continue. So as I was saying, Oikawa's eyes remained fixed on his boyfriend as Iwaizumi began rolling his body, and Iwaizumi frowned. Oi. Pay attention to your meeting, Shitakoa. Right now? The setter raised his eyebrows, his eyes wide and his voice a squeak. You seriously want me to pay attention right now? Do you have a question, Oikawa? Oh god. Yeah, Toru, do you? Iwaizumi raised an eyebrow at Oikawa as the setter's eyes moved helplessly between Iwaizumi's dancing figure and the computer screen. What am I supposed to say? You're on mute, by the way. You should probably fix that. Swallowing, Oikawa clicked himself off mute and shot the camera a weak smile. No questions. Is that Britney Spears? What? Are you seriously listening to Britney Spears right now? Oikawa looked up pleadingly at Iwaizumi, but his boyfriend only shook his head in disapproval, his hips gyrating. No? What is that then? It's just. He broke out into a coughing fit. Oh no, I think you're breaking up for me. Huh? I am? Yeah, it's really hard to, hear you, so I'm just gonna. Iwaizumi raised an eyebrow, and Oikawa forced his eyes back down to the screen. I'll try to rejoin again, yeah? Maybe my Wi-Fi. But Oikawa didn't wait for him to finish, already flipping the laptop shut and slumping down in his chair. His jaw dropped as he stared at Iwaizumi. Oh my god. You son of a gun. Iwaizumi simply shook his head, reaching forward to shut off the music. Wow, crap Oikawa. Can't believe you just lied and then left like that. Hixed. Not gonna like, that was kind of shitty. Me? I'm the shitty one? You should probably write a formal apology. Oh my god, I swear I'm gonna. Don't you have to rejoin the Zoom? You seriously expect me to face them again? Iwaizumi shrugged, starting towards the door. After being so rude, you should probably keep your camera on. You little. Revenge is best served sweet, after all. Sweet? What does that even? Love you. Iwa. Britney does too. Iwa. Get back on the Zoom, shithead. And, with that, Iwaizumi shut the door behind him, slipping the phone into his pocket before walking away with a smirk resting on his face. Tsukiyama. Tsukishima walked into the room his boyfriend was working from with a pillow held tight to the blonde's chest. Yamaguchi glanced up to give him a questioning look. Tsuki? You're muted? Yeah, why? Tsukishima smirked, pressing play on his phone. You'll see. The opening notes of Can't Help Falling in Love floated into the air as he placed the phone back into his pocket. Yamaguchi furrowed his eyebrows. Tsuki? His boyfriend didn't respond, however, and instead just began to sway to the music, his hands resting on the pillow as if it were his partner. What are you doing? SHH. Tsukishima's smirk grew as he moved his hips from side to side. Shut up, Yamaguchi. I'm dancing. Yamaguchi's forehead creased, but he turned his gaze back to his Zoom meeting. I'm okay, I guess. His smirk widening, Tsukishima began to waltz with the pillow around the room. Yamaguchi's eyes kept darting between his boyfriend and the screen, his eyebrows furrowing, but Tsukishima only raised his eyebrow at him. Seriously, what are you? Oh my god. Yamaguchi could do nothing but gape as he watched Tsukishima, who had twirled the pillow into a deep dip and was slowly leaning forward to press his lips against the cloth, the blonde's hand sneaking down the pillow to give the bottom part a squeeze. Yamaguchi's eyes bulged. Smirking, Tsukishima pulled the two of them back up to his feet. He looked straight at Yamaguchi, licking his lips. Yum. Yamaguchi's jaw dropped. Glancing back down at his screen, he quickly clicked unmute. Yeah, thank you, see you all next week. Then he shut his laptop, his eyes wide as he stood up and started forward towards a smirking Tsukishima. Did you just cheat on me? Shrugging, Tsukishima tossed the pillow aside so that he could wrap his arms around Yamaguchi's waist instead, pulling him in. Don't worry, you're still my favorite. You sure? MHM. They stepped side to side together, in time with the music still floating out of Tsukishima's phone. Because I definitely saw sparks in that kiss right there. Well, you know me. I always manage to slip in some tongue. Sucky. Yamaguchi looked up at him with round eyes. Did you actually? But Tsukishima only shrugged, cradling the back of Yamaguchi's head with the palm of his hand to pull his boyfriend's face back towards his shoulder once more. Mystery keeps the magic alive, no? Sucky. Laughing lightly, Tsukishima turned his head to press a kiss against the side of his boyfriend's head. Oh come on. The pillow got more action than that. Don't worry. I still love you more. I swear to God, if I come back to find you making out with the towels. Oh no, I would never. He paused. The laundry bin is way more my type. Sucky. Kuroken. Kind of suggestive humor, but I think it's still family friendly. Kuru sauntered up behind Kenma's computer monitor so that he couldn't be seen on camera, grinning. His boyfriend, however, didn't even look away from his liver stream. Hey, Kuro. Snake boy, guys, he's here. 585 slithering. Hi Kuru. Die my die. OMG, it's Kuru. Insert keyboard smash of simps AHH. Kenma, however, only continued to play his game. After another long moment, Kuru leaned forward to knock on the desk underneath the computer monitor. Kenma still didn't even glance up. What? Kuru's smirk grew, and he pressed play on his phone. As the first notes of sonorita filled the room, Kenma looked up, his eyebrows furrowing. Kuro. What are you doing? But Kuru only smirked in response, beginning to sway to the music. Kuro. Die my die, OMG. Wiggle arms 12, Sean. Mens? Kenma let out a huff, his eyes going back to the game. Sorry, you can ignore him. Snake boy, ignore Kuru? Anyways, back to what I was. Kenma. Kuru's voice was a low whisper, his chin tilted down to look at Kenma. Suguri Albacets. Oh my god. I can't even see him, but oh my god. When Kenma dragged his eyes up from his computer monitor slowly, however, his face remained expressionless. What? Kuru smirked, tugging up on the edge of his shirt. Kenma sighed. Kuro. Now is not the time. 585 slithering. Time for what? Die my die. OMG Kenma, please turn around the camera. Kuru only raised an eyebrow, pulling at the top button of his shirt as his hips continued to sway. Kenma's gaze returned to the game. The shirt stays on, Kuro. Snake boy, shirt. Wiggle arms 12, I feel like we're intruding. Die my die. Camera, right now. Please please please. Kuru raised his hands up in surrender, but his smirk was still wide and he didn't stop moving to the rhythm. Thank you. Now as I was saying. Kenma. What is it, Kuro? Kenma looked up to glare at him. Kuru smiled. I love it when you call me Sonorita. Kenma's cheeks turned pink, and his eyes quickly darted back to the computer screen. Anyways. Snake boy, or, he's blushing. I'm not. R2. Kenma glared up at him. Aren't you supposed to be the one supporting me? Kuru raised an eyebrow. I support you in everything, Kenma. Kenma's neck flushed red, and he coughed quickly as he looked back at the game. As I was saying. Wiggle arms 12, Kuroken for President 2021. 585 slithering, we need a strong leader in these dark times. Not Omi, so video games? Anyone? Yes, video games. Great transition. Now as. When Kenma glanced up and saw what Kuru was doing, however, his words were replaced with a frown. Kuro. Put the syrup down. But Kuru only continued to unscrew the cap, dangling the bottle above his head. You know which tongue. Kiru. Syrup. Oh my god. Die. Please turn the camera around, we need to see this. Not Omi. Anybody else think this sounds gross? Kuro no. Kiru simply raised an eyebrow, tossing the cap to the side. Kuro yes. Jesus Christ. Kenma pushed back his chair, turning to the computer camera. Sorry, I gotta end the stream early. New merch will be coming soon. Die. Wait. Bye. Ending the stream, Kenma walked forward to pluck the bottle out of Kiru's hand and turn off the music. Hey. I'm making pancakes in the morning. Kiru smirked, pulling Kenma in towards his chest. You can't cook though. Kenma tilted his neck back to rest his chin on Kiru's collarbone. But you can. Kiru's smile grew as he lifted up a hand to boot Kenma on the nose. What would you do if you weren't so cute? I dunno. Probably starve. Kiru chuckled a little, carting a hand through Kenma's hair. They're gonna make edits of that, you know. Ship edits. We're gonna be flooded with Kuroken Sonorita ship edits in the morning. Bad thing or good thing? I don't know. It's kinda weird. Kiru laughed lightly. But you're already thinking about the merch opportunities, aren't you? Kenma hummed. I was thinking maybe a Kiru syrup line. Let's stick to hoodies for now, eh? If you stuck your tongue out for the label, it'd definitely sell. Kiru laughed, for real this time, and Kenma scrunched up his nose. Just don't do that on camera. That definitely tanks sales. Oh come on, Kenma. We both know you love it. Do not. Do too. Kenma huffed out loudly and started to walk away towards their kitchen. Come on. I want pancakes. What happened to tomorrow morning? Changed my mind. Kiru smirked as he turned to follow his boyfriend. Hey, I had an idea. How about we make Kuro yes a thing on Twitter? Kuro. No. Kiru smiled. Oh but Kuro yes. Osasuna. Standing outside their bedroom, Osamu started the music up before setting his phone in his pocket and pushing open the door. As soon as he walked in, Suna looked up at him with his eyebrow slightly raised. Is that the Macarena? Osamu only smirked, continuing the dance. Maybe. Suna looked unimpressed. Seriously? The Macarena? That is the song you chose to do this to? On the Zoom screen, Suna's teammates were furrowing their eyebrows. Suna? You're on mute. Is he even talking to us? Osamu shrugged, bobbing his head to the beat as he continued the dance. The Macarena is hot. It really isn't. Oh come on. Osamu started to sing along, and Suna raised an eyebrow. You don't even know the words. But it's still hot. No, actually, it really isn't. Komori shifted awkwardly. Suna? Can you hear us? The middle blocker's eyes, however, remained on Osamu's dancing figure. Come on, Rin. You know you want to. Do I? Do I really? Yes, you really do. Suna? Suna just stared at Osamu for another long moment before exhaling loudly and putting out a hand to start the dance. Osamu grinned. There you go. Still not hot. Keep telling yourself that. While Shio and Komori, meanwhile, were just staring forward at Suna dancing on the Zoom screen. So, does he want us to? I have no clue. The middle blocker raised his eyebrows at Osamu. This continues to not be attractive, you know. Really? Osamu wiggled his hips. Not even a little. The tips of Suna's lips turned upwards. No. I feel like we're missing something. Maybe he does actually want us to join? Osamu snorted. Wait, are we about to start a Zoom Macarena flash mob? His boyfriend shrugged. We do tend to inspire such things. Must be why we're dating. Really? Not because I look hot doing the Macarena? Nah. Not even a little bit? Suna smirked. Well maybe a little bit. Osamu grinned. Called it. ... So I guess we're doing this then. The two volleyball players hesitantly began to follow Suna's movements, and the middle blocker's smirk grew. Susis. Osamu's smile widened. There isn't any music playing on their end, right? No. Osamu snorted. Nice. Yeah. Suna's hands moved through the motion lightly as he stared up into Osamu's eyes. Nice. Osamu winked, the music fading away. Love ya, Rin. Love you too, Osamu. Osamu grinned as he turned around and let the door shut behind him. Suna's gaze returned to his computer, going back off mute. 8. So volleyball. Ushiten. Ushijima cracked the door open to Tendao's office and peeked his head in. Excuse me, Tendao. Are you on mute? Tendao double-checked the Zoom. Yeah, I am. Why? Is something up? No, you do not need to worry. There is just something I must do. Okay then. Ushijima's head disappeared back into the hallway. Tendao turned his attention back to the Zoom, but his head immediately jerked back up when he suddenly heard Darth Vader's theme being blasted from just beyond his door. What the? Then Ushijima marched in, his arms stiff by his sides and his gaze fastened straight ahead. Ushi? Turning crisply on his heels, Ushijima strode forward until he was standing right behind his boyfriend's computer. Tendao just watched him, his eyes wide, as Ushijima clasped his hands in front of him to stare down at Tendao. Ushi? Are you okay? Yes, Tendao, I am doing well. Thank you for asking. How about you? Ushijima didn't move, his gaze fixed on Tendao. I'm doing well, I guess. You do not sound sure. Is something the matter? Well, I guess I'm a bit, curious. What exactly are you doing? A game? A challenge? I am supposed to dance for you while you're on a Zoom. Ushijima remained still, just staring down at him. Tendao raised an eyebrow. And this is you dancing for me? I feel that the music speaks for itself. Tendao had to bite his lip to keep himself from smiling. Okay then. Tendao turned his attention back to the Zoom, trying to hold back a laugh. Ushijima stayed still above him, his eyes trained on Tendao's forehead. After about a minute with no talking, Ushijima started to breathe loudly through his nose, and Tendao's forehead creased. Ushi? You good? Yes. Is this, a part of? It adds to the experience. Okay. Ushijima's face remained expressionless, and Tendao's lips couldn't help but turn upwards as he returned his gaze to the Zoom. After about another minute, the theme came to a close, and Ushijima bowed his head. Thank you for your time. Tendao just blinked at him. No problem? I guess. Ushijima nodded once before turning back towards the door. Have a nice rest of your day at work. Would you like salad for dinner tonight? Are we just not gonna unpack what? Is that a yes for the salad? Sure, that'd be nice, I guess, but. Okay, I will make one then. Love you, Tendao. Ushijima's expression didn't change, and Tendao stared at him for a long moment before laughing a little, shaking his head. Love you too, Ushi. The end.